So, I'm going to try. Thanks. So I'm going to try not to cough too much into the microphone, if that's all right. So you're going to go with this one, John?
No.
No? Dean?
Oh, yeah, I got it. No, I'm doing it.
What are you talking about?
Are you going to do the intro?
Me?
I got it.
I think it's
John's got it.
John's turn.
Yeah. All right. Cool. You're listening to the podcast formerly known as
Yoko Ono, Toshiba, and Belkin.
That was a shock.
What was that all about? How did that? Is it? What's the similarities between Yoko
Nothing.
Ono, Toshiba, and Belkin?
I wouldn't have predicted that one.
Yoko and Toshiba are Asian.
Is Belkin? I'm going to
Belkin is. I'm going to say
German. Or something.
German.
Well, it's a German sounding name, but I'm going to go ahead and assume that that shit's made in China.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
All right. So, how's your week been?
Well, we went to the gig. We played the gig. You took pictures.
Oh yeah.
You burned those fucking things or what? You throw them away? You
What?
still got them? What?
I've got them, yeah. I tried to send you some, but
You sent me about 12 of them.
the file sizes were like 10 megabytes per picture. So
Can't you burn that shit onto a fucking DVD?
yeah, I should have done it really for you, but
Next time.
couldn't be bothered.
Next time.
Yeah.
Is it hard to do?
No, easy, done.
Awesome. How was the gig?
Awesome.
Fridays was good.
Oh yeah, because you had Adelaide the next day.
Fridays was good. We thought people were gonna kind of bail after the first couple of bands, but everybody stuck around to the very end, which was good. So I was pretty stoked with that.
Awesome.
And then we got up early the next day and went to Adelaide, and that was even better. That was a really good show. And then kind of hung out afterwards and talked to musicians and those kinds of things. And we get back to this guy's house that we were staying at, and I was really tired. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let them finish their conversation. I'm gonna thank them for letting us stay at their house, and then I'm gonna go to fucking bed. And I do all of that, and right as I stand up, one of the guys I was talking to at the club walks in with a fucking slab of beer and is like, let's go. And it's like, oh no. I go, look, I'll have one. And I think I stayed up for about an hour, and I don't remember any of it, and then finally got to bed.
Blackout.
Nah.
That's the worst thing when like you're totally over it. You want to go to bed, and then someone comes in and it's like party time. all of
Yeah,
a sudden.
and you're a pussy if you can't hang out.
Oh, dude, that happened to me a couple of years ago at the Snow. So what happened? I had a gig up at Mount Buller, and I was meant to play at about midnight, and they booked a lodge for all of the people playing, and it was this gig at the pub. And as it was getting later and later and later, I was on at like midnight or so. I grabbed all my gear, like keyboard and everything, keyboard stand, backpack with my laptop and just all my shit, trudging through the snow in the middle of the night, like across the whole place. Get to the venue, the pub thing there, and before I even set up, I was just like, I'm so incredibly sick right now, like the flu hit.
Yeah.
And I was like about 15, 20 minutes before I was supposed to play. I was like, I can't do it. I've got to go back to the lodge and go to sleep right now. So I grabbed my gear, trekked back through the snow, like feeling sick as a dog, went to one of the rooms. I had 2 rooms, fell asleep. About 4 hours later, 4 o'clock in the morning or something, the place bursts into life. Everyone just comes running in, like they're all just like fucking party time. And then I go, okay, I can't do this. They're like, you can go and sleep in the other room. That's where everyone's gone to sleep. And so I'm like, yeah, all right. So I go in there, get onto a top bunk, and I'm laying there, and I can't get to sleep because my nose is like really running, and like I'm just like fevering out. And I wanted to get up and go to the toilet, but I couldn't because there were people having sex on the floor near the door.
That's actually kind of hot.
So I'm laying there going, I can't even do anything. It was fucking horrible. Next morning, I drove home.
People fucking in the toilets. You weren't in Wakefield, were you?
They weren't in the toilets. They were on the floor in the room that I was in.
You should have peed on them. You should have fucking peed on them.
I should have just leaned over and dribbled all my fucking mucus on them, made them sick.
You didn't even film it?
They might have used that for lube, the mucus.
Yeah, I know. It would have been great. Then
Dirty
they would have got the
fucking
flu.
perverted
Both
motherfuckers.
of them. And they fucking deserved it too.
Who were they?
I don't even know.
Oh. Wow.
So yeah, that's what happens when I get a gig.
Nice. I broke a couple, not broke, but like cracked a couple of ribs at the first time I went to Adelaide with Alarm. Partied too hard. We almost got arrested. I got to my hotel, peed on the floor in the hotel, fell on the bed wrong, and like cracked 2 ribs. Like I went to I went to the doctors and everything.
Jesus.
Yeah. So, and they were worried about me. They're like, "You can't be doing that anymore." Or
Like, what I love is like that you peed on the floor and then you fell on the bed and cracked your ribs. That's your big story.
yeah,
That's the rock and roll part of it.
that was
Cracked a rib falling on a bed. A soft, spongy mattress, you think.
that was the corner. Oh, who knows? I fell a couple different times, I think.
Not like, I was out getting glassed in the face or anything tough. Just fell on the bed slightly wrong.
That's how I do my back. I breathe wrong.
Yeah.
Have you ever coughed and fucked up your back?
I'm so paranoid that I'm going to cough too hard and that I'm going to become a paraplegic.
Yeah.
Like, because that shit happens.
Yeah, well, as you get older, I reckon, you sort of pay attention. Before I do a cough, and I know I'm going to do one, I'm like, okay, am I clenching me asshole? Have my bollocks in the right spot? I don't want to rupture myself or anything.
Gonna pop a ball coughing.
Shit happens when you're nudging 40.
Fuck. I'm 45. I should be dead.
That's it.
Okay, so Saturday I went to I had a couple of friends of mine take me to a ghost tour of Ararat mental hospital facility.
I really wanted to get you that, but I thought
You should have just come along.
Years ago when I first saw it, I was like, oh, I've got to get that for John. And I'm like, Ararat, they're not going to go all the way to Ararat.
Fucking goddamn straight, I'm going to go all the way to fucking Ararat.
Where is it?
Halfway to a quarter of the way. It's literally a quarter of the way to Adelaide.
Why have I heard of it then?
Because
you live in...
It's not a biscuit, is it?
An Ararat biscuit.
Yeah. Why have I heard of it?
I don't know. Why have you heard of anything?
I'm thinking of arrowroot, I think.
Look, how many beers you drank, bitch?
Arrowroot biscuit.
The shit was awesome.
That's why it's familiar, isn't it? That's fucking good beer.
Sorry, John.
No, it's all good.
Carry on.
So we get there. I mean, just driving up to the place was creepy as fuck. We get there. We see our guide, who she looks like gothy fucking weird, which is great for if you're a tour of a fucking psycho ward. And
so what is the place?
it's an old mental hospital.
Okay.
Like
And massive, and just like they did fucked up shit to fuck, like lobotomies and shit. And, people killed other people in there, and there's a mortuary in there and all that kind of horseshit.
That sounds... We're looking for a family holiday place at the moment, so...
Play hide and seek in there.
I'll put that on the list.
Well, they also do ghost hunting tours as well, so I think you spend the night and take your little EMF detector bullshit and all that.
Yeah.
You walk around like a fucking douche.
A friend of mine went there for the night. They stayed the night.
Did he enjoy?
His girlfriend had a photo shoot there. She was a model and had a photo shoot there, so he was long
goth?
to drink. I don't know.
She had to be like goth or metal or fucking some shit.
And so he just went along and just drank beer, and they stayed the night at the place.
Did he enjoy it?
Yeah, he said it was awesome.
Did he say anything wacky happened?
No.
Well, some wacky shit happened to us. that I witnessed. So we're there.
Who's we?
We
You?
would be me, Maria, a friend of ours.
Well, you and Maria, I mean, you could go to the supermarket for a box of tissues and some wacky shit. It's definitely going to happen.
What the fuck are we getting tissues for, bruh?
I don't know.
We're both watching fucking you porn at the same time. Bow, chicka, bow, bow.
Just see the most boring thing
Yeah,
I could
just
think
becomes,
of as spunk mopping.
Yeah,
object.
why not? So me, Maria, her sister Sarah, and that was it. And it was cool because the chick gave us lamps. Like, she gave a few people lamps. There were, out of a group of maybe 30, there were 5 lamps, and we were the last people. And she said, Maria, you're the last person in the line, so I'll be leading along, and you'll be the last, which was great because
that's awesome.
a lot of the
Did
times
she
I
get
was
the
behind
creeps?
her. Nah, I don't know. But okay, here's a shit that happened. This is real this is real bullshit, but this is real
This
stuff
is some
that happened.
shit that went down.
Yeah.
At Ararat.
So we were in one room where a chick fainted twice.
Oh, and in your actual group.
Yeah, she fainted fucking once, and everyone's like, "You all right?" And even the chick is like, "Yeah, this is a fucked up room," and bitch fainted, and
Like,
then she gets back up and shit faints a second time, and then her male friend in the group was like, "Go on, there's nothing to see here." I'm like, "Well, dude, if this is the fucked up room, how about we just move her out into?"
what do you mean there's nothing to see here? Your
girlfriend's
just
fucking-
fell on the floor twice
Yeah.
in a mental asylum.
So then and in that same area, like, they're all in the room. I stepped back out of the room, and while all that shit's happening, I thought it was a fucking train. I hear a train coming, like, like a pulsating mechanical fucking thing going by kind of thing.
And was it a train?
Well, no. I go, is that a train? And then somebody else is like, no, it sounds like the fucking pipes of the building or whatever. But then after we were there, we went out to the outside and around the corner, and there was just dead fucking silence. So I honestly don't know what the fuck that was, but I heard the shit. And there were other things where, like, you'd be standing, like, I'd be standing in a place, and everybody's over that way, and Maria's in the doorway, and I'm behind her, and I hear fucking footsteps, and there's nothing. And I was like, yeah, I'll walk into the fucked up room, thanks. Then we went to another hallway, and the chick that was given the tour, she's like, yeah, don't like being in this hallway. And she started getting fucking weird. She's like, you could tell that her acting sort of dropped, and she's like, yeah, okay, let me just get through this little speech about what happened in this. And then again, we're in the back of the hallway, and down the stairs, 2 guys talking. There were no fucking people downstairs.
I gotta say that I've got to say I'm definitely a skeptic on this sort of shit.
Yeah, same. I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. There's got to be an explanation for all this stuff.
Yeah, well, that's it. How would they make a voice come out of a room without any people in it? I mean,
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe the same way people are listening to our headphones.
You mean you think there's like a magic box
I think there could be
and this thing called electricity
electricity.
just runs through some wires and hits this magnet?
Yeah. And then what happens?
Well, I think
Causes a cone to vibrate,
something like that, yeah.
And-
I've heard of that.
emit.
Sound,
Waves.
yeah.
Yeah.
Are you fucking calling me a liar?
No,
No.
I think it's electricity.
There was just some I don't know. Like, I tried to explain everything away. I wasn't fucking scared. We'd go into a room, and she'd get everybody in there, and then she'd turn the fucking light off and just, let everybody kind of spin out and shit
Yeah.
while she...
Did anyone feel freaked out? How old were the people that were there?
Youngest, I'd say, oh no. These parents brought their, like, I don't know, 13 or 14-year-old son, and he was just a bit naive and a bit scared. And
Yeah.
there was one time where we went to the mortuary, and they put Maria on the slab, and she laid I got photos of it, and she's like laying on all happy and giddy and shit that she's been chosen.
Yeah.
And the lady's telling a story, and then in the middle of the story, she smacks the fuck out of the side, and everybody jumps.
You were gonna go. She smacks the fuck out of the kid.
Yeah. And the kid, like, it was pitch black. He turns on the light, and he's like, he was fucking.
It was freaking out.
He's like, "Hey, you're American," and I'm like, "Yeah, I flew out for this." And and Maria's like, "Don't be so mean." I'm like, "Shut the fuck up! I do what I want, motherfucker." Shit.
How about you? Have you had any ghost interactions?
Not really. I mean, we've done plenty of stuff like when we were kids. Did you ever have the Ouija board thing?
Oh, nah. I won't fucking go near that shit.
Oh, it's bollocks. I mean, you get your hand on a thing or something and you write out the Ouija board. And there's always somebody, at least one of them that's moving the hand towards the thing.
Even if you don't consciously know, subconsciously people will be moving it without even realizing that they're doing it.
Yeah. So there's all that bollocks. And then we used to dare each other to, where I used to live when I was a kid, there was this massive, like really, really old hall that was all boarded up and just totally derelict. And we used to dare each other to break into it because it was haunted, speech marks, And that was pretty creepy. We used to break in and just jack up with heroin in there.
But nothing ever happened? You ain't never seen a wacky shit?
Never seen firsthand, nah. Everybody I know has got some story. I mean, I've heard plenty of stories that, but never firsthand. Nah, nothing that can't be explained away as, that was a dream.
Yeah, right.
Well, every at the last place I used to live at, almost every single night, I'd go to bed, and this was at the shack. So like it was.
That was at that place out back of that people's house.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Every night, when I'd go to bed, as I'm dozing off, I'd hear a whack on the roof above my bed, like not on the roof but on the wall. Mm. Was like pretty loud, and then I'd just go to sleep, and I'd just be like, "Oh, there's that thing again," and then I go to sleep.
There's the ghost. I can go to sleep now.
And then I was just like, one night I just thought, okay, if it is a ghost, right, which I can't say whether there are or aren't, but I don't really believe that there are. Okay. Yeah, obviously trying to get my attention. I get it. Just shut the fuck up and let me go to bed. And I never heard it again. But I think it's just like coincidence. Like it was a creaky place. It probably made that sound quite often. And the only time I ever noticed it was when I was in bed. And like it could just be even like getting into bed and I don't know. I got no idea. But like maybe weight on that side of the room made it eventually just creak a little bit or something. I don't know. It was a rickety place. So
I got one more.
Yeah.
And you would, I don't know if you know about the fucking ball of light we saw in the bedroom. We tell you about that?
I think that's called the light.
No. No, motherfucker.
There's one there.
Oh my God.
Oh, jeez. So Alex and I are in bed, and one of us spots this fucking light, like this glowing thing in our room. And we're like, hey, you awake? Yeah. Look up. You see that? Yeah. Explain it to me. Because we wanted to make sure the other person could see what they were seeing. So we're like, okay, circular fucking blue light with blah, 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 blah. And yeah. And it hung around for it. It actually stayed there longer than we fucking cared to look at it for. I stared at it for maybe 15 minutes. This was pre-smartphone, so I don't think I had a camera on my phone, and was so underwhelmed that we just fucking said, look, hang out, don't kill us, and good night. And then we both just went to bed. She went to sleep before I did. I looked at it for a long, long time. But
did you ask it to turn off the light?
Nah, it didn't do any fucking bullshit like go up and want to touch it. It was just because there was no.
Did it move?
Nah, it just stayed in the one spot.
Okay, was it a reflection from a street lamp?
No, it was nothing. No, the shit was like 3-dimensional, circular, fucking hanging. I can't remember whether it was bobbing or not. Just fucking there.
It wasn't on a wall. It was like in the middle of the room.
Yeah. No, it wasn't even in the middle of the room. It was. It was in the corner. It just looked like it was just hanging out. Either observe. I don't know what the fuck it was doing, but it was just there. We weren't scared. Go on.
Go on.
Well, the answer is it was probably just a ghost.
That just fucking hung out there?
Yeah. I can't believe that you just, oh, well, there it is. Let's just go to sleep then.
Yeah, that's exactly because we didn't.
Go
there
anywhere.
was no fucking. Like I said, it was so underwhelming that it was like, okay, you didn't feel fucking any sort of fear. After a while, it's like, okay,
I saw a ghost and I felt nothing. That's I just felt nothing.
It's just like, well, fuck, it's not doing anything, so fuck it. Good night.
Boring piece of shit ghost.
I'd like to do a quick movie review.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
I watched Ted. I know it's been out for about 3 years. I don't know.
Have you seen Ted, John?
Yeah, I've come to hate Mark Wahlberg, so.
I also hate Mark Wahlberg. He's got no sense of humor.
He's a cunt as a person. He's a piece of shit. So.
Of a human being.
Yeah.
So please give us your awesome movie review.
This is it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
It was good.
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mind it personally. Seth MacFarlane, that's who wrote it. And also did the voice of Ted. He's the creator of Family Guy
And American Dad.
and American Dad.
I didn't know that.
And he's the Western thing, A Million Ways to Die in the West.
Good?
Nah, I thought it was pretty rubbish. But it's just sort of that thing of okay, I know what Seth MacFarlane does, and I'm pretty much over that.
You reckon he's gay?
Oh,
With all the like show tunes that Stewie sings and all that
he
shit?
could be. He could be. He's either gay or heterosexual with some weird shit going on.
He was supposed to be on one of the 9/11 planes. He was booked to fly on one of those planes and he canceled.
Huh.
The more you know. And Mark
There you go.
Wahlberg is a cunt because I thought he was cool because he also, like, his life is loosely based around Entourage and all that.
Yeah.
And then I saw him on, what did I see him on? I saw him on that Palmy motherfucker show. Not Chatty Man, but the other guy. Graham Norton.
Yeah.
And he had a couple of drinks. You just tell he was a dick. Just tell he was a dick.
All the interviews that I've seen is just like takes himself a bit too seriously.
And he's an asshole, like because he started out as Marky Mark and fucking
Yeah.
yo and all this shit. He like fucking took out some like Korean vendor's eye or some shit, or like permanently blinded one of his eyes, kind of bullshit. Since I heard that, I was like, nah, you're a bit of a fucking dick, dude.
Why did he do that?
Because he was a
was
fucking
gangster?
hoodlum asshole.
Yeah. But I'm sure, like, you know, Ice Cube and Ice-T and all those guys have done some shit. Snoop.
Ice Cube was a fucking, he lived in a fucking, like, his parents were fucking rich.
Oh, were they?
Yeah. He's like, he had a very cushy lifestyle.
Ice
He's one of those, yeah.
So we're
Deviated,
leaning.
sorry.
No, that's good though, because I actually did at some point want to bring up
Ice
hip-hop.
Cube.
No, hip hop.
Hip hop. I want to hear the rest of your review though.
That was it.
That was your.
That was the whole. That was supposed to be.
That was your fucking review.
It was
that
supposed
you
to be the
saw it.
funniest. It
You
was.
saw a movie, and that's your review.
It was good. That was the
that's right.
review.
It was good.
Fuck me. That was it.
That was it.
I accept it.
And-
I accept
Yeah.
it.
I'm pretty sure that there is something that your 5-year-old shouldn't be doing in this story.
I wasn't going to mention it because I think I'm going to get.
That this is time for
Oh, fuck me.
Dean's
We need a jingle.
things. I know. Things you shouldn't be letting your 5-year-old do.
Fuck me.
Here we go.
I'm going to get reported. Seriously,
No, they're not
somebody's
going to
to.
report you.
No one listens to the fucking show.
Oh, that's true. Just help. No.
Believe me, they can have ISIS meetings in here on who they're going to fucking bomb, and they'll be able to carry it out because no one listens
We can plot terrorism right now.
on this podcast.
Yeah.
Because they ain't a goddamn fucking ear besides ours that's listening to this shit.
They'll be like, how the hell did they get so organized? They started a podcast that 3 people listened to.
yeah,
Well, fuck it. I can slag her off. She's not going to listen.
yeah.
What does she like? She likes all that sort of weak, diluted shit.
Like just shit on like Nova.
She likes Friends.
She's got that tune. She's got that program to 1.
She likes Friends.
Yep,
Jesus.
keep going. She loves it. Yep. What else does she love? You tell me.
Hockey in the winter.
What
Hockey in the winter.
the fuck's that?
Hockey in the fucking winter.
Yep, loves it.
I couldn't say that any more fucking English than
Is
what I
that
just
like-
did.
Is that a show?
No, it's actually it's a
like
lyric in a Frank
sport.
Zappa song.
It's a sport and a time of year.
Yeah, it's
She-
like baseball in the summer.
actually hockey. She used
In
to
the
play.
actual winter.
She used to play hockey.
In the winter.
I know, all year, I guess.
She don't even give a shit what what time it is.
Right.
No, she seriously was. She was the goalie. She was good. This was in America. She used to be an American. Did you know that?
She used
She used to be an American.
Yeah. She used to live in New Jersey when she was a teenager.
Ice hockey.
Right.
No, field.
Ah,
She was the goalie.
they call that dyke hockey.
Yeah, dyke hockey.
Nice. Now I'll start watching.
So yeah, anyway, so I've slagged off the missus enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now tell us what you did wrong.
Okay, so the segment, all right, so we'll cut there, bang, do the jingle, we'll splice that in. Imagine the jingle now, and then bang,
Right,
straight
ready?
in,
Now.
jingle.
We're jingling.
Jingling, and then I just say things that Jack shouldn't really be doing at 5. So, I was watching Ted. I was really knackered, and I went to bed, like, super early for me, like 8 o'clock. I might have been coming down with that thing you had. I was tired. I went to bed. I thought I'm just going to lie in bed and watch Ted. And then I was probably about halfway through it. I don't know. And Emma brings Jack in to lie down in bed with me because
Why?
he bullshitted her and told her that I said that I was going to sleep with him that night.
Time to fuck out. Does he not sleep alone yet, or what?
Yeah, he does. But like sometimes, like if it's an especially cold night or anything, he never sleeps with me because I can't stand it. He just moves. He moves too much. But anyway, he bullshitted her, and she believed him. Anyway, she just carried him in and laid him down on the bed next to me, and I'm like, "Well, you can see I'm watching Ted." So I'm like, "Oh, whatever." He looked pretty sleepy. I thought he'll be asleep in 2 seconds. I just turned the volume down and just sort of put me head on my hand, like made that so he couldn't. So I made myself into a shield so he couldn't see it. I turned it down. I thought it'll be fine. He's not going to see. He's not going to hear. He'll be asleep in 2 minutes. And I thought he was asleep. And it got to that bit in the movie where is it Nora Jones on the stage?
Yeah.
She gets Marky Mark up on the stage to sing that horrible song to his girlfriend. And she spanks him on the ass and says, "Good luck," sort of thing. And then Ted says, just after she slaps him on the ass, Ted says, "I've really got to fuck her again." And then Jack cracks up behind me and said, "Fuck her again."
Wow.
And I'm like, oh. It's
Thought
not.
he was asleep.
So I hit pause.
Don't told him to go to fucking bed, maybe?
Oh, Jesus Christ. He was behind me. I thought he was asleep, but he was behind me. He's in the exact same position as me with his hand on his head.
But looking through you.
Yeah, looking straight through. And he was just...
What the fuck was Emma doing?
I don't know. She was fucking doing what she was watching
MASH.
X Factor or something. I don't know.
Oh, so she's in another room completely.
She's in the living room. I mean, this is our marital bedroom. And I'm just watching this obscene movie with my 5-year-old kid. But the funny thing is, though, or the sad thing is, he found it funny. He laughed. That's when I noticed he was awake, because
Like he got it.
I totally got it. And he went, yeah, fuck her again. Excellent, good one, Ted.
He doesn't know what the word fuck means, though.
I bet he does.
I sincerely hope not.
You sent his ass to bed or
they
what?
Were guts. He can't know what fucking is.
Yeah.
So, were there any repercussions, or is like, did you turn the fucking thing off?
I
or?
hit pause, and I said, I mean, I can't be too mad with him because it's my fault. But I said,
and it was funny.
it's funny to everyone else who's not his dad or mum. Yeah, she won't be happy, but you know.
I mean that bit in the movie. You can't yell at him for laughing at a comedy.
No,
like,
no.
that'd be.
Does she know?
That'd be child abuse.
Well, not really. No, I did start telling her, but I can't remember. You were there, weren't you? When
Yeah,
I think I'd like to start calling her.
You sort of said that, like, yeah, she
on
was,
here.
Oh, that'd be awesome. We should totally do that.
Oh God, no.
Nah, I don't think that'd go down too well. Remember, we called my mum one time when we were drinking and doing that video stream thing.
Yeah, I don't remember.
You stream video?
Yeah, but you're.
And we called my mum and she got really angry.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
That's
I have to
all right.
talk to her later.
You like
and
pranking
go,
your mum,
yeah.
don't you?
I called my grandmother on April Fool's and told her I was gay. And she goes, "Oh, another one," because my sister's gay.
She
She thought she lost us.
another one.
Yeah, she thought she lost
I
us
always
both
knew it.
to the dark side. And yeah, that was great fun.
Wow.
And I was like, "No, I'm just kidding. I know what you think about dykes and whatnot."
Well, she's a pretty old-fashioned Southern American.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. With
Lady.
that flavorful language
Yeah.
for them DACA races.
Oh,
God.
jeez.
We ain't going there.
And we better not be going there.
I want to leave.
But it's funny because old people can be a little bit racist like that, and for some reason they still manage to get away with it without thinking, "Oh, I've just offended like half the people in this room."
Oh, you know what? You know what gets me when any person sort of just who you don't know
Yeah.
just leans over to you because they happen to be the same fucking color as me, and they go, "Oh, there's a lot of Asians around here, isn't there?" I'm like, yeah,
We're in Chinatown,
yeah,
Of course.
asshole.
yeah. You know what I mean? They're trying to get you on their side as if you want to start slagging them off because they're from another country or something. Yep, there's lots of Chinese people around here.
Well, when I was working at McDonald's when I was about 16 or 15, I would have been. I quit school and started working full-time at McDonald's.
Nice.
That's a
Yeah.
great career move for anyone.
Just been leaps and bounds since then.
Yeah. If you're thinking about leaving school and
Going to work for the Antichrist.
I can't believe at 16 you can just say fuck it, don't want to go
15.
to school anymore. You can just say no, don't, and that's it.
I did too. I did.
yeah.
That's pretty
You
free.
can't do that in America?
No. You get sat down by every motherfucker in the world going, you need to graduate.
Oh no, like there's like a whole thing that you need to do your VCE. Like that, like me leaving school was like I'm the only person that I know that left school apart from you.
Did you do it? Did you do your VCE or whatever
No, I
the
didn't
fuck?
do it. I didn't even get through the first half of year 10.
I didn't do none of that shit either.
I didn't even get through the first term of year 10. I lost my pencil case one day and it just snowballed from there.
Is that real?
Yeah, that's real.
Wow. Just like them ghosts were real. Satan's
So
rail.
I'll save that for another time. But what was I saying? Yeah, like so I went and worked for McDonald's, which is a really great place to work.
I worked there.
Yeah. If you like cleaning up shit from a toilet.
Well, I've been to a few McDonald's toilets.
Yeah.
They don't like cleaning up shit, let me tell you.
Well, this is my experience.
They like to leave it smeared all over the fucking walls.
This is my experience. Hang on a sec. This is my experience with
Nunawading.
McDonald's
All right, carry on.
at not Nunawading, but Blackburn South
Yeah, yeah.
store on Canterbury Road.
Yeah, I've been there as well. Shit on the walls.
Was
that you?
That was me.
Fuck me.
That's because I didn't work there anymore. So I had to go and clean up shit off a wall, basically. Like the toilet seat was up and all over the toilet, all the way up the back of the seat, everywhere.
And I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, and ask you, no, you racist motherfucker.
No. So this is where the story's going, though. Like, I finally cleaned it all up.
I've just got to know, was it the gents?
Yeah, it was.
There's a shock.
So I went and cleaned it up, and it took me fucking ages. I had to keep on walking out and going, like gagging.
What
and
was
shit.
your hourly pay?
I don't even want to.
Was it $1 million?
Apparently,
an
it's
hour?
character building. I'm gonna put it down to that. And so I did it. They let me have it was in the morning. I was on till 8 o'clock. I'd not long started my shift. They just went, yeah, just take the rest of the day off.
That's a good plan. You could get some Nutella.
That's an awesome plan. I'll do it.
Yeah. Just a fucking...
With my tongue. So anyway, I've just finished and I'm sort of walking out and I'm, this guy comes up to me, he goes, you know who did that? I was like, oh, who? Looking around, so sort of thinking, oh, you're going to point out this person who did that?
The manager.
He leaned forward, he goes, Asians.
Fuck me.
That was my first encounter.
And what did you say to him? Did you say...
I don't think I could say anything.
No.
I think I was pretty much speechless at that point.
What?
If I tried to open my mouth, I would have probably vomited down his shirt.
I think that would have been quite
Hot.
just.
I think that would have been the perfect answer for his...
There you go. That was a fucking Aussie, you racist, scum-sucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
They make
Now
a mean
who's-
phone, though.
Yeah, I would have spewed on him and then said, now who's yellow?
Yeah. Oh, fuck me. Yeah.
All right, so before we were talking about movies and I didn't get a chance to segue because it was, I don't know, it was too hilarious what we were talking about, obviously.
Yeah.
But so the other week I got very, very sick and it took me out for about 5 days and just all the fevers and shit like that. And
You go to work?
chills. Nah, I took 4 days off work, something like that.
You tried to go back and failed.
Yeah, I went back and by 10 o'clock I was like, I'm out of here. I'm going back home, back to bed. I thought that I was good, but I'm just feeling like shit.
I brought him soup around and spilt it all over my fucking new car.
That was really nice though.
You're welcome.
And I could taste the hairs from the floor of the car.
Nice.
Scoop it back in.
So it was either the first or the second night when my fever was probably at its worst. I came up with a really good movie idea, and I just thought I'd share it with you guys.
Let's see.
Do it.
All right, so
Is it got a title?
no, it doesn't have a title. I was trying to think of a title, but maybe you guys can help me with a title.
We'll help you.
All right. So I was laying in bed and all I could think about was what? What's
It's already
so funny?
funny.
No, I'm already fucking. I'm waiting.
You were laying in bed with a fever. That's enough.
Yeah, that'll do.
So, and it was all I could think about. Like I kept waking up during the night and I was like, oh, that's an awesome idea. And I was like, I really want to watch this movie. I wonder if there's anything I could download that's like this movie.
Did you write it down as you were?
So I've written it down.
But while you were fucked?
Nah, I couldn't. I was too fucked to do anything.
But you remembered it all.
But I remembered it all and I've written it down.
All right.
What?
But now
I can't wait.
you're not delusional anymore,
No.
but you still think it's a good idea.
I think it's probably a good idea.
We should make this movie. Let's go.
Maybe we should.
Let's hear it.
Okay. So there's this guy who lives at a hospital, right? And
is that even legal?
well, he's telling everyone that he's sick, right?
Yeah.
And so like, they take him in, they do these tests. They're like, no, you're fine. He's like, no, I'm dying. He's sick, he's dying. And they're like, excuse me, sir, you're fine. You need to go home. And this guy's got like a fair bit of money. It's like not a big city hospital. It's like more of a smaller town.
Yeah.
And they could do with some funding and all of that sort of stuff. So he starts bribing them to let him keep living at the hospital. And he's like bribing them with like a lot of money because he's rich for some reason.
What to do?
I'm not really sure. He's an insurance broker.
I see Tom Hanks playing this character.
I think Tom Hanks could play this character, or maybe someone with a. Well, let's see how we go. Still, like, they're doing these tests because only a few people know that he's not actually sick, and that he's bribing them to stay there. And he hangs out and he talks to all of the other patients there and stuff, and starts to get to know some of them and all of that sort of thing. And in like the new patients that come in, they're all sort of getting. Some of them don't have insurance, like it's in America. There's like, and they get sort of turned away.
Yeah.
Because they can't afford to pay for it. So he's actually starts paying for their medical treatments and
What a
stuff
nice
like
guy.
that. Yeah. Awesome dude. But he's like telling them their sub story, I'm dying. So, you may as well, if there's something you can do for your illness, then let me pay for it because I've got no one to give it to. I got no family. I got nothing. One day, one of the older doctors is found in one of the rooms dead, overdosed on medication. And what?
Yeah, I just love it so far.
So he's found dead, overdosed on medication. And the guy just sort of starts getting. This is like, I don't know, towards the end-ish. Starts getting a bit depressed, and then he just dies. Right?
Wait, the guy that's funding all the shit?
Yeah, the guy that lives at the hospital.
He dies.
He dies.
Oh, now I'm sad.
Right?
I didn't want to
Like,
see Tom Hanks die.
He was like, everyone was sort of saying, you're not dying, it's going to be fine, you're not sick, all of this stuff. He's like, I'm dying,
then he dies.
let me leave, and he dies.
Genius.
And it cuts to the last scene. Well, last scene, but as he's sort of dying on his bed, there's flashbacks of like him stealing and hiding this medication throughout the time that he was living there, and flashes of him as a younger person going into that hospital, and because he was in a car crash with his parents, and they didn't have any insurance, and they couldn't sort of afford to pay their bills and all this stuff, and they were like left to die.
It started to sound very Batman-y.
Right? No, they're all left to die. And so anyway, he sort of went in there, and the whole plan was to sort of gather the medication because he was so focused in on killing this doctor that had done him wrong with the whole thing. And
Wait, the doctor did him wrong with the whole thing.
Yeah, like when he was young, because that doctor was the doctor that sort of
Treated his parents or whatever?
and couldn't, and sort of kicked him out because they couldn't pay their bills and all of that sort of thing. So
did he kill the doctor and then the doctor killed him? Is that what we're coming to?
No. He just died because he didn't have anything else to live for. That's what?
Wow.
I thought it was a good idea.
That's fucking genius.
Like, it focused all this time, like, because people do that, they focus all this time and energy on one particular thing, and then that's done.
Then they just...
He's got nothing else to live for, and he knew that from the start.
Do you see Tom Hanks playing this character, or who else?
Maybe Tom Hanks' son.
Oh, so
Colin
he's
Hanks?
younger.
Yeah, a bit younger.
All right.
Not that old, because he's got to be young, and the doctor's still got to be working.
I would maybe see that.
Really?
At Gold Class if I was drunk.
So that was my excitement. I was like, "Fuck, this is the best movie I've ever." Like, that's an Academy Award winning role there.
Well, I mean...
It's got heart.
You say
I like it.
I mean, it does sound like a stinking pile of horse shit, but you could, if you were a good...
if you got a team of writers into fucking...
Yeah, you could make that into some...
Yeah.
Piece of shit movie.
Yeah, well,
make some money.
I thought that Vince Gilligan from Breaking Bad, I thought he was like, oh, he's got to be some sort of fucking college. And he's like, nah, it's just, I'm a high school dude with a bunch of average intelligence people around a table. And
Is that really what happened?
Yeah. Like,
is that the guy that made Breaking? Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Breaking Bad. And like, they're not fucking... none of them are fucking...
scientists.
Yeah, none of that shit. They're all just normal dudes, and they had to fucking,
Well, there you go. That proved...
Idea for...
Yeah.
Yeah, and
8 heads are
just
always
put it-
going to be better than one.
Now, the trick will be, if anyone does listen to this podcast, which isn't really likely, and
Hi,
if
Mum.
anything, like, if this movie gets made,
Then you know.
then I know that someone's listening to the podcast.
You know
and
what's
that's all that
funny?
matters.
You know what's funny? You know who's that chick that wrote Juno?
I don't
She
know.
was a stripper. It was a stripper chick who was
Ellen-
writing blogs.
Ellen Page.
No, that's the actress, but the actual person who wrote the dialogue was this.
Ellen Page's friend.
Yeah, we'll call her that.
Yeah.
Forget her name. She's a fucking stripper that was writing blogs.
Ellen Page's stripper blog
Yeah.
friend.
And then Hollywood, some guys in Hollywood were like reading the blogs or whatever, and they got into her shit, and then she's making movies, and I'm thinking,
Oh,
you're a
shit.
fucking pervert, is all it is like, fuck that shit. You're being a pervert late at night, don't know what to do. You're reading the stripper's fucking bullshit.
About her teen pregnancy.
Yeah,
True
and
life.
then-
And then
and-
like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's make a movie.
Yeah,
We're going to make you famous, baby.
yeah. I always thought of this as a movie. Somebody's tripping on acid or taking mushrooms, and they're tripping out, and they're downtown or some shit, and they see a murder, and then the killers start coming after them. So they go to the police station, which is like right around the corner or some shit.
And they get the sketch artist to draw. What did you see? And it's like the most
Spaghetti's
crazy,
fucking... No.
the most crazy drawing. He had 5 eyes.
How many unicorns were there?
There were more colors. No, not colors that I can describe to you. These are new colors that you don't have yet.
Yep.
Sorry, John. Go on.
No, we're done.
What? No. What happens?
I forget. I'm hammered now.
All right. On that note, I think. Oh yeah, it is. It's time for John's rap. Now that Alex isn't here. And that is translated to, you can listen to the podcast formerly known as via iTunes, Zune, Windows Phone 7 and 8, Double Twist, Stitcher, TuneIn. Also, go to our Facebook page and like the shit out of us at facebook.com/the podcast formerly known as. We also do the podcast fortnightly. Comes out on a Wednesday night. Every second Wednesday night, we put a video of extras on youtube.com/the podcast formerly KN. I want to start doing some wacky shit with some of those videos, so Dean's going to help me out with that. And also, don't forget to check out our website and send us shit that you want us to talk about at the podcast formerly known as.com. And I think that's it. Dean, you got anything to add to that?
Cock.
Yeah, John?
Bring it.
Yeah, that's it.